Hello, my name is August Herkamp, and today I'm going to be doing my interview assignment for the Capstone in Psychology class. Today, I interviewed Tori Wingfield, a school social worker with the job title of Community and School Site Coordinator. She has both a bachelor's degree in social work and a master's degree in social work. At her job, she is responsible for managing the attendance team, where she monitors the attendance of the students and calls the parents of the students who did not attend school that day. She also runs groups for the elementary school kids. Kids who require special attention can work one-on-one with Tori. In these one-on-one sessions, Tori teaches the kids emotional regulation, anger management, and peer relationships. But honestly, it just depends on what they are struggling with at the moment. Tori really enjoys this job as she gets to pour into the next generation. She gets to see and celebrate the small and big victories of each kid that comes through her caseload. Despite her love of the job, when asked about what she finds difficult about her job, she replied with everything. She says she struggles with setting appropriate boundaries with both the children and her coworkers. To continue learning in her career, her company sends in trainers to teach the social workers on certain subjects that are pertinent to their job. Recently, the subject was crisis management. In this training, they learned how to de-escalate situations in which children were in a crisis in a school. She described a crisis curve that they learned that showed them to de-escalate a child before they got to the peak of the crisis curve. Tori recommended that someone looking to get into this field should learn absolutely everything they can and to expose themselves to a wide variety of people. She also recommended that when doing an internship to try out many different places and just soak in everything they have to teach us. In order to work as a school social worker, Tori had to get a pupil personnel license, which is a license for the state of Virginia. The state of Virginia requires this license if one wants to work as a school social worker, and it's a 10-year license. She is quoted with saying, "Both. Education gives you the background and experience gives you the confidence," when asked about what was more important, education or experience. This indicates that both the education and experience that you gain is important to become a school social worker. The skills that she recommends that someone have in this job are caseload notes, being able to write up caseload notes well, being personable, being able to be open to people but not oversharing, and being able to maintain difficult relationships. Tori also recommends for someone in this job to be able to manage their caseload well. Knowing who to add to a caseload and who not to add is an important skill to develop. You do not want to overload your caseload, as that can get overwhelming and your job satisfaction will tank and your job performance will also tank, she says. Oftentimes, Tori says, you just have to make quick gut decisions, but there are times, although rarer, when she can consult her coworkers. If you can consult your coworkers if you have the time, she suggests doing this. One of the things that she believes is her weakness is that she is a chronic overthinker. Even when a situation turns out well, she overthinks her decision. For example, she does not think she is good at contacting parents and overthinks that as well. In the end, she says that the phone calls to the parents go well, and she comes to the conclusion that she was just overreacting. Tori believes that she has some strengths, though, like building relationships, running the groups that we mentioned earlier, and planning events. By having confidence in yourself and in your faith, she believes that you will be successful in this career. Luckily, she has a good work-life balance with this job and does not regret choosing it for the world. Interestingly enough, Tori never expected to work with the school. When she went to grad school for social work, she didn't know where she was going to end up, but she said no way was she going to end up working with kids. Despite any difficulties she may have, and despite her original thinking, she says that God led her to these kids. Finally, she told me that she thinks that empathetic people are drawn to this field, which is good and bad. It's good because people that need social workers need the kindness from them. They don't need meanness. They need empathy. But it's bad because empathetic people who are drawn to this field are taking their work home and being drawn out and unable to continue work because they are so drawn out by it. As I reflect back on this interview, I first had to be utterly thankful to Tori, my church friend, for allowing me to interview her. I want to continue on to go to social work grad school in order to become a social worker. However, I've been kind of wondering if I should do that lately. I've been having doubts about my pathway in life and what I'm supposed to do with it. I want to please God with it, and I want to do something that will make me happy, but what? By interviewing Tori, though, I feel more confident that I should do that. I should at least try. After all, she gets to do a variety of tasks each day at work that range from interacting with kids to interacting with adults to doing private work on the computer. The range from private work to interactive work sounds great to me. I love to be around people, but I also need time to recover from people. In addition to that, I learned that there is one-to-one counseling in a school social setting, which piqued my interest. After all, I have been wondering about becoming a counselor or an LCSW as another possible social work career I could go into. Knowing that social workers provide some degree of counseling to children in the school gave school social work a leg up in my mind. What was a resounding answer to most of my questions was to keep my options open. Remain confident not only in myself, but also God. This confidence in the Lord is what really matters in whatever job I choose. I just got to be confident in Him and things will work out. I am also going to be mindful of the fact that there are different licenses and certifications you may have to get certain jobs as a social worker. I don't want to go into grad school thinking that when I graduate, I'll be able to get some of these jobs right out of college. There may be some supervisory hours that I will have to get. I did not realize that there was one for school social workers, but apparently there is. After all, they are providing counseling, crisis intervention, and group sessions, so it makes sense. Also, the idea of a good work-life balance is something that I would love to have. This way I could get married, have kids. Tori runs a Bible study group for our class, and it sounds like a great life to have. Finally, as an empathetic person, Tori warned me that I really need to keep that in check and not bring people's problems home with me. And I will definitely have to work on this as I get closer and closer to becoming a social worker. Thank you and have a good day.